good evening and welcome to Monday evening's Freestyle Fitness Yoga. We're on week 9 of our program, so it's getting a little bit faster. But again, if you feel you have to, you can slow it down. If I do 6 moves, then you only want to do 4. That's completely up to you. Make sure that that you don't have any high blood pressure, diabetes, joint problems, and if you feel sick or hot at any time, then please stop. Make sure also that you've got enough room around you, that you're not going to hit or kick anything, and we'll get ourselves started. So we're going to sit ourselves down. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit straight-legged, hero, whichever you prefer. We're bringing our shoulders back and we're going to breathe in, lifting our arms up in the air. Stretching the arms, trying to open up the rib cage, breathing out, squeezing everything down, pushing the lower stomach in to bring all the air out. Trying to bring yourself to this moment, to this time. Letting go of everything that's happened throughout the day. Thinking about just you. How do you feel at this moment in time? How does every part of your body feel? If the mind starts to run, just bring it back. Think about a part of your body that you want to work on and try and focus the mind there. And we're going to do one more in and one more out. And then just bringing our breathing and our shoulders back to normal. So let's cross our legs or change the position of our legs if they're crossed. We're going to work our neck, but we're going to use our hands and give a bit of a pull. So we're tucking our chin down and then we're using our hands and we're letting our hand just pull our head down a touch. Keeping the back nice and straight. 3 breaths here. And then release the hands, bring the head back up. So we're going to take the head up, but we're going to bring our chin slightly forward, so we're kind of pushing it like that, up towards the ceiling. So we're breathing in, lifting the chin. And then bring it back down. So we're tucking the chin in, bringing the head to the side, giving the head a little pull with the other hand, pushing the palm of the hand towards the floor. It's not touching the floor, but we're just pushing down so that we feel the stretch more through here. And then we're bringing it back up. So we're again tucking in, bringing the head over, giving a pull, pushing away. And with the head, it's a sort of pulling up, so as if we're pulling the head in that direction so that we feel that lovely stretch. And then bring it back. So we're going to turn, but we're going to unscrew our head. We're turning, looking over our shoulder and trying to twist the head, pulling the elbow back. And then let's change sides. And bring it back to centre. So let's change them legs again if they're here. We're bringing ourselves into cross leg if you weren't in cross legged already. We're going into our start of warm up flow. So we're going forward, side, side, twist, twist, back, and then we'll do it again on the other side, and then we'll change our legs so that we do the other side again. Okay, so we're kind of 4 times. So here we go. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, reaching forward, stretch the arms forward as we breathe out. As we're breathing in, we're lifting ourselves back up. As we're breathing out, we're reaching over to the side. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out over to the other side. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, twisting round to the back. Breathing in to lift. Breathe out round the other way. Breathe in, take the hands back, push the hips forward, push the knees towards the floor. And then we're breathing out, we're coming forward again. Lifting up on the breath in, and then reverse everything to the other side. So we're going to change the legs. And 2 more. Bring that front leg round onto your hands and knees. So 4 cats and cows, and then we're going into extension twice on each side. So here we go. Breathing out. And breathing in. 3 more of these. This one we're going to take it into extensions. Remember, you don't have to go too far, just keep them elbows close to the body. The head and the knee don't need to touch. Last ones. And then bring it down. So we're taking into shoulder sweeps, reaching the arms out. Reach the hand down as you breathe out. Lift it up and over. 3 more on this side. And our last one on this side. Bringing it back. Have a think about the difference in sides. And let's do the other side. Last one on this side. And bringing it back under. So let's work that thigh. Take the foot out, place it on the floor, making sure the outer edge of the foot is flat down. Walk the hands away a little bit. Push back so that your chest and your chin is coming to the floor. But again, don't let the elbows drop. Keep pushing through the fingers to lift them up. Just letting the body drop down. Enjoy this release. So we're going to lift ourselves back up. We're bringing our hands back underneath our shoulders. We're taking that leg round and onto our tiptoes, pushing the heel away. We're going to move up a touch. pushing the heel. Now you may find that you want to move it towards your little toe so that you're stretching and getting a good stretch. So again, make sure that knee's pushing up towards the ceiling. It's not bent. Now we're going to pull that leg in. It's wrapping around and we're sitting back. We're letting our shoulders and our elbows drop down and our head drop down and our bum drop down. So we feel the stretch open through the shoulders, open through the neck, open through the hips and the lower back. So we're coming back up. We're going to do the same things, but we're going to move a little quicker. We're going to move with our breath. So we're lifting that leg up as if we're a dog and we're on a fire hydrant. We're kicking the foot out and we're placing it down. We're moving the hands away and we're pushing back. Then we're coming back up, bringing it round, pushing the heel away. We're pulling it in and wrapping it round and sitting back. Then we're up again. We're lifting it, taking it out, walking the hands away, reaching back. Coming up, taking it round and out, and then in. The whole time with this, we're working them hips, working that leg, the inside, the outside. Lifting, taking it out, reaching back. Lifting up, taking it round. And make sure you remember to move them hands as well. Wrapping it round, sitting back. And then we're up and out. This is our last one. Hands move forward, body moves back. As we sort of settle down, then we're up again. As well as the hips, you should feel this right through the knees as well. Giving them knees a nice little stretch. Bringing the leg back under. I'm going to turn around the other way. I haven't got enough space that way. So the first ones we hold for about 3 breaths. The next one we work with, and then the last 3 we work with our breath. So let's take that foot out. Walk the hands away. Let the body just drop down. Enjoy it here. Just letting the body sort of know what we're going to do with it. Thinking about the areas that we're working, where we're pushing down with. We're coming back up. Again, just working with that knees, then feet, the legs, the hips. Bringing the foot round. And here we go. We're going to go 3 a bit faster. Last ones. Bring the knees under. Okay. From here, we're going to try and jump our feet between our hands. And then bring ourselves up to standing. Lovely. And bring it down. So we're going to take ourselves into our sun salutation. I'm keeping the camera on my feet. You don't need to see my face. It's the same face I always have. So, bring yourself into your mountain pose. Hands either in prayer at the front or the back. Close your eyes, tighten up the legs, tighten up the pelvic floor. So we're breathing in. We're doing 4 of these. Into a forward bend. Into a half bend. Into down dog. Onto your tiptoes, pushing back. Roll to plank. Drop down, lift to up dog. Back to down dog. Bend the knees, looking forward. Into a forward bend. Bend the knees, stretch up. 3 more. Two more. Last one. Now from here, we're staying down in our half bend. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to lift ourselves into our chair pose. Okay. Start with the left hand to the right leg. Twist around. Open the arms out. Step back with that left foot, letting the hips drop. Step the left foot back in, into twisted triangle. Bring the hand down into an inverted V. Pull that hip back. Bring the weight forward, lift the leg. Pull the body in towards the standing leg. Take the leg down at the back. Step that right foot over into superstar. Flip back to down dog. Up to cobra. Back to down dog. Into forward bend. back into chair pose. That's it. Let's go to the other side. So we're opening out. We're stepping back now with our right foot into a twisted side angle. Stepping that back foot in to a twisted triangle. Taking the hand down, pushing back into that back thigh into an inverted V. Stepping forward into standing splits. Step the foot down, step over, stretch up. Good. Roll it back, down dog. Up and over to cobra. Back to down dog. We're jumping in into a forward bend, and then we're bringing ourselves back up into our chair. So, 2 more on each side. I'm not talking. Doesn't matter if you get it wrong. Doesn't matter. I made it up. So you can just make up your own as you go along. Here we go. Move wherever you feel you need to breathe and what breath feels right with each move. Last one. From cobra, we're going to roll back to child and rest. And then if we bring ourselves up, we're again going to flip ourselves from here to bring ourselves to standing. Lovely. Oh dear. So we're going to bring ourselves into goddess pose. So I'm keeping it down here. We're taking our feet wider than our hips and we're turning our toes out. Then we're bending our knees down, rolling our shoulders back, turning our palms up. And we're just dropping ourselves down. So your arms are in line with your shoulders. So stretch them out. It's just like you can't see my hands up there. So letting your body just drop down. Pull your pelvic floor in. You can move side to side. You can bounce, you can do whatever you want. If your arms hurt, you can always take them out and work in your legs. But this is goddess pose. You want to try and pull in all the areas down here. So your pelvic floor, your abdominals. And then we're going to straighten our legs, give our arms, give our shoulders, give our hips a little rest. We're going to twist it in this in a minute. So we're taking our legs back out again. We're bringing our hands by our knees. We don't want the knees, so when we move, we don't want the knees falling in. We want them pushing out. So the best thing to do is to hold it with our hands and kind of pull our knees back. Now we're going to bring our left shoulder down towards our right knee as we breathe out. But again, we don't want them legs to drop in. We want to keep pushing them out, but trying to push our shoulder down towards the floor. And then we're bringing ourselves back up. So let's try the other side. So right shoulder down towards the left. And bring it up. Let's try one more. So pushing out, reach down. And bringing it up. And let's try the other side. And bring it up. Straighten the legs. Give your legs a little shake. But we're keeping them where they are. So we're going to take it over into a power squat. So, we're keeping the toes turned out. We're going to bend the knee and bring our elbow down to one side. Now, if you want, you can see if you can turn the heel up, but you might find if you bring your hand down, you might be able to turn that heel around. And you find that you're pushing your elbow against your knee. That's okay. So then we're going to come up. We're going to go across. Now you can stay here. You don't have to go down to the floor. So you could stay here. But if you wanted, take the hand down, turn the foot of the other side. Now we're going to move across. So whichever one you want, you can move across and bring it down. So move across and bring it down. As you know, I'm on my tiptoe on the other foot. So my heel isn't flat on the floor, it's lifting up as well. So let's move across. And 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 this is great. It should, you're doing it more and more, it should get quite a lot easier. And so the knees start to release and the hips start to release. Now we're going to do two more. And then our last one. And then bring it. Oh, what am I doing? So bring yourself down to the floor. Now you may find that it's Better if you've got your heels on the floor, on the mat, rather than your bum, because you're going to come off your bum in a minute. Now we're bringing the one foot in and having the other foot out as far as it'll go. We got this way. So, from here, we're taking our hands out, we're pulling our toes back, we're going to reach over and try and grab our toe, turn our palm the other way so it's facing up, and bring it over towards the head. Now from here, wherever your hand is, pull. So if it's on the leg, pull with the arm. Now we're going to hold it here and we're going to turn our body all the way around so that we're looking over our knee. And we're going to try and grab hold of our leg with our hands in the same place. You don't want one up and one down. You want to bring them together. And again, you're trying to pull with your elbows to try and get your chin past your knee. You'll feel this pulling right into your lower back. So all around where that knee is bent on the other leg. And then we're going to walk our hands on each side and use our hands to walk us back. So that we're coming up the same way we went down. And then we can turn back to the front. We don't want to come up from there in that direction because we're coming up sideways. So we're going to change legs and move the other way. So bringing the foot in, take that foot out as far as it'll go. You may be surprised. Take the hands out, rock over, see where you can grab. Now the more you pull your toes back, you might be able to grab your toes. If they're pointy, then you might not be able to reach them. But the more you pull back, you might get them. Turn the palms, so the palms facing up, and then when it comes over, it comes right by your ear. And you can imagine trying to grab your toe eventually. But you're using the elbow that's got your leg, and that's bending. Every time you're breathing out, you're pulling. But you should be looking sort of up towards the ceiling. And now we're going to breathe out, we're going to rotate all the way around, placing the hands so that they're level, and then breathing out and imagining trying to get the chin past the knee, not the nose to the knee. So we're lifting the chin up and we're kind of looking at our toes. And then we're taking the hands and we're walking the body back up so that we're in the same direction. And then once we're up, we can then turn back round to the front. So let's try it one more on each side. I have to keep moving down so that Instagram can get what my foot's doing. On this one I'm long but short, and on that one I'm short but tall but narrow. So here we go again. Reach that foot out, take it out as far as it can go. Reach over, grab anywhere you can, turn your palm, bring it up. Now we're going to turn. walking our hands back up. Let's change sides. Last one. And let's turn. And walking our legs back up, our hands back up, walking our legs back up, bring ourselves back in. Bring your feet in, bring them together and pull the soles of the feet in. See if you can move your bum, either a little bit closer towards them, grab hold and just bounce in the legs. So shoulders back. Now from here, holding onto the toes, pulling the shoulders back, bend the elbows, bring the chin and the head past the feet. And lift ourselves up. Let's have another bounce. Butterfly is one of those lovely ones that you can do while you're sitting watching the telly. And then we're going to push our legs down, breathe out, bring our chin over, then let our head drop. And bring ourselves back up. So from there, bend the knees, or rather bring the legs back together again. We're going to take it into a figure of 4. So if you take the legs slightly forward, lean back on your hands, you're going to flex your foot and place it up. Then you're sliding your foot in and trying to push your body as close as you can to that thigh. You'll feel it through the outside of your hips. So from here we'll slide that leg out, bring it down. Let's try the other side. So flex it, put it up on top, bring the foot in as close as it'll go. Don't worry if it doesn't go very far. Then use your hands to push your body closer in. And again, let's move it out and we'll change one last time. And let's change last time. And then slide it out, bring it down. So, our finishing one is lotus. Now, lotus I think is probably the hardest yoga move there is. Headstands, handstands, most people can usually get to them. Locus, which is where your legs go up on each other, is one of them ones that you may never, and it's to do with the knee joints and the hip joints. So you may never, the same as like box splits and fall splits, you may never be able to actually accomplish it completely. So don't worry about it. That's just to do with the way our body's physically made. It isn't easy and it is extremely painful. So we're going to do a little bit on one side and then we'll do something while we're doing it. Otherwise, it's painful just to sit there and think about it. Now, everybody's got one good side, one bad side. This is my good side, this is my bad side. So I'll start with my bad side. Now you can either sitting in cross legs, if that's as far as you can get, is fine. If you can, you try and bring the foot up so that's resting on your calf. Now again, this might be just enough for most people. If you can, you're going to try and get it a little bit further up so that it's sitting on the groin in there. No, leave it where it is. So, from wherever we are, you're going to take your hands to your head. You're going to breathe out and bring your left elbow down towards your right knee. Again, it doesn't matter if it doesn't go, it's just about getting it down there. Then you're going to breathe in, lifting up, and then you're going to try the other side. And breathe in, lift, and let's do 2 more on each side. And then the other side. And let's do 1 more. Now these, as well as sort of working that hip, you're also working your stomach muscles at the same time. And then bring it up. Take your hands away. Let's change legs. Now it should hurt just as you change. You should get used to it while it's there, and then all of a sudden you take it off and it's like, oh. So again, let's see how far we can take it. Either cross legs or here or here. I'll take it back. This isn't a good one. So here we go. Breathing out, bringing it across and in to lift up. Changing sides. Let's do 2 more on each side. And bring it down. So again, taking that foot off. Let's try it 1 more time on the other side. Now, just before we change sides, let's do a bit of a forward bend. So hands down, let the head drop forward. Let's lift up, take our hands to the back and do a back stretch. Bring it down. Let's go over to the side. And let's take it to the other side. And let's bring it into a twist. And let's go round to the other side. And bring it back out. Now let's take that leg off. And let's try that last side. This is actually my bad side. The other side is actually quite good. So, let's try that again. 3 on each side. Let's go forward. And let's take it backwards. Let's go to the side. And then to the other side. Let's take it into a twist. And round to the other side. And bring it back round. Let's undo our legs. Take our legs up Take them out in front of us and give them a little shake. Point and flex your toes, roll them around in a circle, bend your knees. Lovely. So I'm going to get us to lie down and relax, and we're going to go through the body scan. So I might lose Instagram. If I do, make sure that you relax before you come back up. And we're going to lie down and we're just going to go through our body scan. So we're bringing ourselves down onto the floor. You can have your knees bent or you can have them straight in corpse position, whichever feels better for you. We're going to breathe through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to try and make that breath out a little bit longer than the breath in. We're going